Hey guys, my name is Manish Arora. Welcome to Urban Acharya. Today we're going to talk about sell yourself. Yes, it's a very well-known statement and we all must have heard about it so many times. But in this video, we're going to talk about why you need to sell yourself and how you can sell yourself. With more than 20 years of experience in the corporate world, I have conducted more than 2,000 interviews, hired so many resources across multiple positions, right from freshers to leadership hiring. I'm going to bring you some context and insight on this selling of yourself, why you need to sell yourself and how you can do that. Let me bring some perspective here. For every job application, there are thousands and thousands of applicants applying for it. And out of these so many people, only a handful of people go for the final round of interview. And out of that, only a few, perhaps one or two, qualify for the job. Now, what I'm trying to get to is that in such a competitive environment, what is that one unique selling point of your candidature that should stand out when you are facing the interview or when your CV is in the process of shortlisting? We'll talk about that in more detail today. Let's take a simple question that you may be facing. It's a pretty common question. Why should we hire you? Let me give you an example of a standard answer. I have a strong work ethic. I love working under pressure. I'm a smart worker. I'm a hard worker. I enjoy the sense of accomplishment that comes through delivering my deliverables on or before time successfully. Now, in this standard answer, there's nothing wrong. It's a decent answer. But there is one mistake in this answer, and that is there is too much of focus on I. What I'm trying to get to is the core of selling yourself is them, not you. It's about them. It's not about you. And that's the change in the mindset that I want to drive with all of you. There has to be a change in the mindset that it's never about you, it's about them. It's about the organization, it's about the buyer, it's about the person who has the purchasing power. Let's try to understand this in a little more detail through a very simple example. What you see on TV, let's talk about the advertisements, let's talk about the ads. They're hounding us all the time. But what are they doing? They're never about product and services. They always talk about what can they offer you. A good sleep, a great experience, a convenience, a happy moment, a driving pleasure. They're not offering their product and services. They are offering an experience to you, a very unique experience to you. You are a buyer. You have the purchasing power. And these are the organizations who are selling their product and services. And they're trying to find out their unique selling point. Are you with me? Are you getting what I'm trying to drive with all of you? What I'm trying to drive here is that you are facing an interview or you are facing an organization. Now, the organization is a purchaser. You are a seller. You have certain skills that you want to sell. You want the job. So what is that unique selling point of yours that can fly off in the interview? I hope it is clear that it's about them, and with this understanding or this shift in the mindset, let me ask you 3 questions. Will you go in the interview without knowing about them, without researching about them? Number 2, will you frame your answers without keeping them at the center of it? And third, will you give answers during the interview that lacks them? I hope I've made my point. Let's take another example, another simple example. Let's talk about a car manufacturer. A car manufacturer will never say that buy our cars because we want to sell more cars. It has never worked that way, it will never work. As a customer, they will focus on you. They will try to understand what really is going to work with you, and in turn, they will offer you an experience. They will offer you a convenience, a pleasurable drive. So what I'm trying to get to here is that if the organization is a buyer and you are a seller, then you have to understand about the organization. The organization becomes your customer, and you have to spend a lot of time to understand what the customer needs and then customize yourself in that way. So there has to be a shift in the mindset. This whole interview process is not about you. It's about them. It's about the organization. It's about what they need, what they want, what will work with them. What is that unique selling point that you can bring it on the table that can work with them, that is required in the job? Now, coming back to the same question, how can you sell yourself? I hope you have the answer. But let me reiterate my points. You have to change your mindset and move your focus from yourself or I to them. When you're preparing for your interview, completely focus on them. What can you do for them? What kind of skill set that you have can help them? What are they doing right now? What problems they are facing right now? What is going on in the organization? What is happening with them? How can you solve their problems? How can you bring solution on the table for them? How can you add values to them? When you start preparing your interviews with these kind of thought process and start framing your answers, keeping them at the center of it, you will sell yourself. If you're new to this channel, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.